Do you remember Need for Speed drag racing? I do. And I miss it. I'm positive you remember this train on Need for Speed Underground. If you don't, you must be like this big. As in height, like, I'm not... Drag racing in Need for Speed was such an important core to the franchise for me. I absolutely loved it in Need for Speed Underground, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Underground. So, like, basically that era of Need for Speed drag racing. I think what I will say is that I preferred the drag racing on Need for Speed Underground 1. I think it was probably the best of these two games. However, Most Wanted was also very good. Something you'll notice about the drag races in these old Need for Speed games is how they are set up and how you play them, how they play out. They are very specific on one main area. All of them the same. I think Most Wanted actually better than Underground 2. Fight me. You were focused on the gear changes and all you had to do is swap lanes. Moving on to Need for Speed 2015. The first time we got drag races back in a Need for Speed for so long, considering the fact that it's an Underground kind of racy game. It's Underground 4. Let's be real. It's Underground 4. This was added after launch. The game didn't launch with drag races. It was something that was requested. And quite honestly, you can tell it kind of feels kind of spotty. So once again, they tried to kind of have like a nice new formula for the drag races. They had this burnout thing. It was okay. I'm not exactly sure what I think of it. I think I overcooked it every damn time. So then we began the drag race. We had to do optimal shifts, as you can see, to launch, and then it was just a normal race. So I don't particularly... It was pretty bodged. Realistically, none of the tracks, none of the events really laid out properly, and of course we already know the 2015 handling. Yeah, it's 2015 handling, to say the least. It's either you don't turn or you turn too much. Quite honestly, there's no in between. I forgot it still had the criterion crashing at this point. Thank the jeepers it disappeared. Anyway, I just got absolutely smashed on the first drag race. There's clearly something missing with this drag racing. It's nowhere near as fun. It's nowhere near as exciting. It looks a million times better, this game, of course. However, I still think Heat looks better. Like, this game clearly looks really good, but you can tell the textures and everything are really low because it's all dark. They don't need it. It's quite clever. Anyway, drag racing in this game, it's a thing that really happened when they went to Underground 2. I feel like they had a bit of an issue with it there too. Basically, the big issue is that when you have a closed track, the tracks are made specifically for the drag racing. There's no problem. You can make it work. So with the open world, you make the world and then you make the events. Now, of course, you could do some tweaking and you could plan it. You could pre-plan. However, I think it was mostly resolved by Need for Speed Most Wanted. I think the drag racing in Most Wanted turned out pretty well. The lane switching was sorted. It wasn't really dodgily, like, wavy like it was in Underground 2. So why did 2015's drag racing seem so poo-poo? It's disgraceful. It needs to be better. I think once again, clearly, it's because it was an afterthought. The world came first. I mean, why am I in 6th gear? I do think, I personally will say, Need for Speed Underground 1 is probably... oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's still probably sort of the best drag racing, probably the best drag racing. That and Need for Speed... Oh, I've done it this time. Need for Speed Pro Street. Those were... They're the best. They're the best. Can we get it this time? Come on, come on, come on. He got it. He got it. Now, again, this wasn't bad, but I genuinely think something that was really cool about the old games is that they kind of taught you to shift optimally. I think for a lot of us, we hadn't figured out what manual is and why we should use it based on drag racing. Drag racing is a bigger, better culture than off-roading for Need for Speed. How on earth in Need for Speed Heat do we have off-roading and not drag racing? What? That's the bizarre one to me. That makes no sense. These were not great events by any stretch. I think the sense of speed isn't as good. I think the fact that we have free movement of lanes isn't as good. I feel like it should have locked the lanes, but they'd have to map the lanes, and I don't care because they should have done it. It would have been better. By the way, from this to this, the drag racing in Need for Speed Payback. This is an interesting one indeed. So I think this is a little bit better, but I'm not sure how much better. It does wheelies though. Mate, I've got no NOS. Why did... Oh my goodness. And I forgot I have no gears, and you need to change gears to have NOS, and you have a disadvantage if you have... What's the point of having this car in drag class if I can't use bloody gear?
Come on, Ty.
This is an issue. Hey, we're bringing up the issues to light here, okay? The formula clearly doesn't work for the majority. What is it? The formula. What? For God's sake. The formula clearly doesn't work for some cars. And if I want to use some cars, we have a problem. However, this is more of a drag race strip area. This makes more sense. It's almost like they thought about having drag races in this game. Why even make me play all the way through? You already know. Yes. How was that? That's what I want. That should have been perfect. What are you doing to me? This is disgraceful. However, it should hold the lane thing and it should have traffic and scripted traffic and all this. I think this is naff. I genuinely think this is naff. Come on. Second place, baby. Good going, Tyler. Shut the f. I lost my on the side bet, even though I actually completed the side bet. I don't quite understand that. Hey, this thing's a beast when it nosses. What the fr- ah! Yeah, I think the crashing is still better in this game. Like, it doesn't have crash cameras. You can still, like, control it mid-crash. I think that's sick, to be honest. Here we go again, big dog. Big dog. Big nut. Oh, my God. Throwback to this Let's Play. Honestly, I think it was a good Let's Play. I think it was good fun. A good game to play through, to be honest with you. Here we go. Come on. Perfect start. What's my shift button? What the freak? That's not shift! Why is it triangle and circle? Who the heck? Okay, calm down. We're back on it. Here we go. I've done it again. I've done it again. Oh! Here we go. Yes. I'm focusing on the wrong shift screen. I'm reading my actual, like, revometer. So every time you shift, you get some NOS. I think that's a little bit silly, to be honest with you. I don't quite like that system. I think it's really rubbish. However, the drag racing in this game overall, pretty decent. I think it's better than 2015. And shift. Give me my boost, baby. Yes! You're gonna be smashed up, lady. I'm just assuming it's a lady. I shouldn't assume. Let's go! Late shift. Late shift. Mate, we're gonna be beaten by that AMG. This is disgraceful. Boost, baby. Yeah, the boost definitely just makes it so, like, as soon as you get the boost, like, you fly ahead. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it should have been tactical. I think we should have a full tank of NOS if we have the ability to do so. And then we should have used it when it's best to do so. We've got burst NOS and stuff on Need for Speed Heat. However, speaking of Need for Speed Heat, first place, one, yep, nice. Something you might remember pretty instantly is that there was literally no drag racing in this game whatsoever. I don't understand as to why. I mean, in the last two games, it wasn't great. However, they focused more on off-roading than they did drag racing. I don't know anyone that goes, yes, I play Need for Speed to do some off-roading, oh yeah. I don't, okay? We street racing up in here. We street racing up in here. What? Careful, careful, careful. Don't do a Mustang. We're street racing, and we've got, honestly, quite a lot of areas that would be super cool for it in this map. Again, still not great, because I feel like it wasn't designed for drag racing, but, like, look at the straights along here. Look at the straights along here. Look at this straight along here. This is a good one. I mean, let's be real. We're talking about a game here that didn't even have PvP. But, I mean, if it did, I would want drag races. Drag races add a formula. Think of it. Circuit, drift, drag, eliminator. Those are, like, in my head, the Need for Speed events. Why the freak we got off-roading? But look at this. How sick would a drag race here be? You know this place. We've been here a load of times, but two-lane switching, even if we had to, like, they're just lane switching, whoosh, whoosh between lanes like this, whoosh, whoosh. The traffic on this gets pretty intense, so maybe even you don't even need that. Just look at this. This is drag racing home territory. Where the frick is the drag race? What? Right, all the end to here, smash through the gates. Hell yeah, Tyler Morgan. That's the wrong game. You know, the highway, we got some vast areas that are super sick for drag racing. The city streets, they literally agree. This is drag territory. We've seen the potential new Need for Speed map leaked. This better have drag racing. There's no question. It's got more bloody grids than this city has. Grid is all it bloody is. We have one-shot NOS available in Need for Speed Heat. That's a new thing for Need for Speed since this game. Okay, it's been there previously, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's got the two type of one-shot and also the multiple buckets of it. Buckets. So that would be perfect for setting up a drag car, which you can do. There are, what? There are drag tires in the game. Are you going to have drag tires Maybe there was supposed to be drag in the game, Theo. You know, that would make sense. I've got to say, though, of the 3 games, when we jump back between them, Heat is Heat is the best game. Heat is the best of it. But look at this. This would have been perfect 4-way drag racing, switching lanes, avoiding traffic. You've got all this tunnel to go through. This game was definitely meant to have drag races. For sure. It would have been amazing. It's disappointing. Anyway, would you guys trade off-roading, get rid of it completely, to put all the focus into drag racing? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comments. Let them know. I was going to say let Ghost know, but let Criterion know. If you say off-roading is better, get in the bin. I'm kidding. You can have your opinion, even if it's wrong. Thanks for watching. Smash like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.